Hi, I'm Karen Damwijk. I'm one of the instructors for the Graphic Design Certificate Program at SMU Cape. I've worked in design for many years. I love helping students build real skills that they can use in their work or their career transitions. I'm currently the lead instructor within the program, but I also teach Adobe Express, and sometimes you'll see me teaching Photoshop, which is one of my favorite programs. The Graphic Design Certificate Program covers the core design principles and elements in the industry standard software designers use every day, like Illustrator, InDesign, Photoshop, even Adobe Express. But it's also designed for you to come out of the program to be able to produce real professional quality, and you'll also have a meaning portfolio to start applying for jobs or be able to show to your current employer. So what makes our program really different and unique is that it's a structured, progressive program. It's going to build your skills over several months. You'll get online live instruction, but you'll also have guided project work and assignments. You'll get real feedback from your instructors. And at the end, in capstone, you'll have a portfolio project that'll help you finish out all the pieces that you've worked on throughout all your courses. Okay, so thinking about who should consider this graphic design certificate, it's really designed for working adults, and it doesn't require any formal art training, just a little bit of computer experience and some creativity. I've found that this certificate program is really great for people who not necessarily are aspiring designers, but maybe they're already in marketing or advertising, or they work alongside graphic designers and web developers, and they want to be able to kind of speak the same language or maybe be able to do some of the work on their own. So who teaches in this program? You're actually going to have a different instructor for nearly all your classes, and it's taught by a working design professional. So not just career teachers, but you're going to get that real experience from somebody who's in the industry, currently using the software. And I think that's the best place to get that industry insight into the classroom. So in the certificate program, what skills and tools will you learn? The elements and principles of graphic design, including typography, layout, color, branding, while of course also learning the most popular Adobe Creative Cloud tools, including Adobe Express, Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. Thinking about how much time and commitment it takes, the certificate program runs about 8 months long, with an hour of live evening classes with your instructor held twice per week. So students should expect a steady rhythm of project work, about 4 hours, which includes watching videos, reading, and also working on assignments. The online learning experience is going to feel a little different if you've never taken an online course before. Students are going to meet with their instructor twice a week in live sessions. You're going to be with the same students in your cohort for every class that you have. So you're going to start building relationships, and you're going to know the other students, including the instructors as course as well. There will be guided assignments. You'll receive feedback from your instructors. You're also going to have live demonstrations with that instructor. So it is going to feel personal, one-on-one. You will get time to talk to your instructor individually as well. In thinking about how a student can be successful in this program, you should consider showing up consistently, especially to the live sessions. Ask questions and utilize that time you have live with your instructor. Also, treat your projects like they're real client work. Put your heart and soul into it. And a lot of these projects and assignments are going to allow for you to kind of put your own creativity, your spin, and your ideas. So if you're currently working on something, a passion project, you'll be able to bring that into the design and the artwork you're doing to put in your portfolio. And that'll really help be able to show your personality in your portfolio at the end of capstone. So thinking about how AI fits into the graphic design certificate program, we actually introduce AI enhanced features within Adobe, and we use AI to support designers rather than replacing them. So each program has generative AI features built in, and students will actually learn how to best utilize these tools. The last piece of the graphic design certificate program is capstone. This course is your time to refine your work from the previous courses, utilizing all the tools and knowledge that you've gained to create one final online portfolio. Students will be developing an online portfolio using Adobe's free portfolio website. You'll leave with a polished presentation-ready work that you're able to share with employers and future employers. Before I end, I'd love to share an example of student work so you can see what you can create in the graphic design certificate program. Here's an example of what a student's website might look like. This is going to be your online portfolio, and it will contain a collection of the works that you've done throughout your whole program. You will refine them in Capstone and add them to this website. Here's an example one student did of a layout. They used InDesign to create this magazine. And going back, here's an example of some branding that students done. They've created mock-ups using Photoshop. And here's another example of advertisements that students created. They've used a mixture of Adobe Express, followed by refining the designs in Illustrator. You're also able to customize your design website by having things like a contact form. So you will be able to utilize this going forward with any jobs that you are applying to, or just having a more professional presence on the web. Here's another example of a student's portfolio website. Here's an example of a design that they used InDesign to create a brand guide, which includes a color palette and a logo and information about the brand. Here's another example of a design a student did, which includes an infographic that they created within Illustrator using text, objects, shapes, and showing how they have utilized the pen tool in Illustrator. If you have any more questions about our program, please reach out to someone at smupro@smu.edu. That's smupro@smu.edu. And I look forward to seeing you in one of my classes soon.